Today, we're going to learn about the 5S methodology. What is 5S? 5S is a workplace organization method that uses a list of 5 Japanese words: siri, seiten, saizo, saiketsu, and shitsuke. These words are translated to sort, set in order, shine, standardize, and sustain. The 5S methodology aims to improve workplace efficiency, safety, and productivity by maintaining an organized and clean environment. Let's dive into the first S of 5S, sort, or siri in Japanese. This step is all about getting rid of stuff we don't need. Think about your bedroom or your study area at home. Over time, things can pile up: old papers, books you don't read anymore, broken pens, and other items you don't really need. Sorting is like doing a big cleanup where you decide what to keep and what to get rid of. The main goal of sorting is to reduce clutter and free up space. When we have less stuff lying around, it's easier to find what we need. Plus, a clutter-free space is more pleasant to work in and can even help us focus better. Identify and tag all items in the workplace. After we've decided to keep only the necessary items, we need to take a closer look at everything that's left. This means identifying each item and deciding its place in the workspace. How do we do this? We can go through each item and ask, do I need this here? How often do I use it? For items we use often, we keep them close by. To make this process easier, we can use tags. Tags help us clearly mark what each item is and whether it's necessary. The next step is to remove items that are not needed for current operations. Once we've identified and tagged all items in the workspace, it's time to take action and actually remove what's unnecessary. This is a crucial part of the sorting process because keeping unnecessary items can cause clutter and confusion. How do we decide what to remove? You look at each item and ask, do I need this to do my work today or in the near future? If the answer is no, it's a candidate for removal. As we wrap up our discussion on the first S, sort, let's talk about what to do with the items we've decided are unnecessary. Once we've identified which items we don't need for our current operations, we need to handle them properly. This means deciding whether to dispose of, recycle, or store these items. Here's how we can manage these items. For items that are broken, expired, or no longer useful, we need to dispose of them properly. This usually means throwing them away. But be sure to check if there are any specific disposal instructions, especially for things like batteries or hazardous materials. Some items can be recycled instead of just thrown away. This includes paper, plastic, glass, and metal. Recycling helps reduce waste and is better for the environment. Look for recycling bins or facilities that accept these materials. For items that might be needed in the future but aren't essential right now, store them in a designated area. This could be a storage room, a closet, or a labeled box. Make sure this storage area is organized so you can easily find these items later if needed. Now that we've covered sorting, let's move on to the second S, set in order, or seiten. This step is all about arranging the items we've decided to keep in a way that makes them easy to find and use. The purpose of this is to ensure everything has a designated place, making it easier to locate items and tools quickly. Organizing items based on how frequently we use them helps us access the things we need quickly and easily, without wasting time searching through everything. It makes our daily routines smoother and more efficient. Let's dive into how to do this effectively. First, identify frequent items. Start by figuring out which items you use most often. These are the tools or materials you need almost every day. Think about your daily routine. What are the first things you reach for when you start your work or go about your daily tasks? Second, place frequently used items in easy reach. For items you use all the time, keep them in the most accessible places. This could mean putting them in the top drawer of your desk or on a shelf that's easy to reach. The goal is to reduce the time and effort needed to get to these items. Last, store less frequently used items further away. Items that you don't need as often can be stored in less accessible locations. This might be in a cabinet or a box that's not right at hand. By doing this, you create a clutter-free environment for the items you use daily, making them easy to find and use. Next step in our set in order process, labeling storage areas and items clearly. This might seem simple, but it's a game changer for keeping everything organized. Why is labeling important? First is clarity. Think of labels as signs on a map. They help everyone in our workspace know exactly where things belong and where to find them. No more guessing or asking around. Then, efficiency. When we use clear labels, it becomes super easy to quickly locate items. This way, we don't waste time searching for things. Plus, it helps everyone return items to their proper places without any confusion. How to do it? Put labels on shelves, drawers, or bins to show what should be stored there. For example, you might label a shelf as office supplies or cleaning tools. Label bins or boxes to show what's inside. Examples could be pens and pencils or spare parts. For the tools or materials we use often, add labels directly on the items. This could be things like stapler or calculator. Make sure our labels are easy to read and detailed enough for anyone to understand. For example, instead of just tools, you might write hand tools, screwdrivers, wrenches, and hammers. Use visual tools like shadow boards and floor markings to indicate where items belong. Visual tools are physical markers or indicators that show where items should be stored or where they should go. They help us quickly see where things belong and ensure everything is put back in its proper place. What are shadow boards? Shadow boards are boards with outlines or shadows of tools and items. Each item has a specific place on the board, and the outline shows exactly where it should be stored. They make it clear where each tool or item belongs and help ensure that everything is returned to its correct spot. When you see the outline, it's easy to spot if something is missing. Imagine a tool board in a workshop. Each tool has a shadow or outline on the board, so you can quickly see if a tool is missing or misplaced. For floor markings, they are lines or shapes drawn on the floor to indicate where items or equipment should be placed. They help keep the floor organized and ensure that items are stored in the correct locations. They also help prevent clutter and ensure that paths remain clear. Moving on to the third S in 5S, shine, or saizo in Japanese. This step focuses on keeping our workspace and equipment clean and well maintained. The purpose is to maintain a clean environment that helps prevent equipment breakdowns and improve safety. Continuing with the shine step, let's focus on the importance of cleaning the workplace daily. There are 3 reasons why do we need to clean daily. First, it prevents accumulation. Cleaning daily helps prevent dirt and clutter from building up. If we only clean occasionally, messes can pile up and become harder to manage. Second, it maintains a safe environment. Regular cleaning helps keep the workspace safe. Daily cleaning ensures that spills, trash, and other hazards are promptly addressed, reducing the risk of accidents. Third, it promotes a positive work atmosphere. A clean workplace is more pleasant to work in. It boosts morale and helps everyone feel more comfortable and focused. Aside from cleaning, we also need to inspect our tools and equipment to ensure they are in good working condition. The benefits of inspecting tools and equipment daily help us identify problems with tools and equipment before they become serious. This way, you can address issues before they lead to equipment failure or accidents. By doing this, we can potentially extend their lifespan and reduce the need for costly repairs or replacement. Identifying and addressing sources of dirt or contamination. Why do we need to address dirt and contamination as early as possible? Dirt and contamination can affect the performance of tools and equipment, and they can create health and safety hazards. By identifying and addressing these sources, we prevent issues from becoming major problems. Keeping the workspace free from dirt and contamination helps maintain a clean and pleasant environment. Moving on to the fourth S in 5S, standardize, or saiketsu in Japanese. This step is all about creating consistent procedures and practices to maintain the cleanliness and organization we've worked on. The purpose is to ensure consistency in maintaining the first 3 steps. Develop standard operating procedures for sorting, organizing, and cleaning. We can implement the standardize step by developing standard operating procedures, or SOPs. SOPs are detailed, written instructions that help ensure everyone follows the same processes for sorting, organizing, and cleaning. What are SOPs? This step is all about creating consistent SOPs are clear, step-by-step instructions that outline how specific tasks should be performed. They provide a standardized approach to ensure that tasks are done consistently and correctly. Why we need to develop SOPs? It ensures that everyone in the workspace follows the same procedures for sorting, organizing, and cleaning. This helps maintain the improvements we've made in the previous steps. With clear procedures in place, tasks are performed more efficiently, reducing the likelihood of mistakes and ensuring that work is done correctly. It can also serve as a valuable training tool for new team members or anyone who needs a refresher on the processes. Create checklists and schedules for regular maintenance tasks. These tools are essential for ensuring that all maintenance activities are performed consistently and on time. Having checklists and schedules help keep track of what needs to be done and when. This ensures that nothing is overlooked and that maintenance tasks are performed regularly. By having a clear record of tasks, it's easier to see who is responsible for each task and ensure that it gets done. Train employees in the standards and ensure everyone follows them. This is a crucial step to ensure that the improvements we've made in sorting, organizing, and cleaning are maintained consistently. Training ensures that everyone understands and follows the standardized procedures for sorting, organizing, and cleaning. This helps maintain a consistent level of cleanliness and organization. Proper training helps employees perform tasks correctly and efficiently, reducing mistakes and improving overall productivity. When employees understand the standards and see how they contribute to a better work environment, they are more likely to be engaged and motivated to maintain these standards. Now, let's discuss the final S in 5S, sustain, or shitsuke in Japanese. This step focuses on making 5S a permanent part of our workplace practices by fostering a culture of continuous improvement and discipline. The main goal is to ensure that ongoing effectiveness of the 5S methodology. To keep the benefits of 5S, we need to ensure that it's not just a one-time effort but a continuous practice. It requires everyone to stay disciplined and committed to following the 5S principles consistently. Conduct regular audits and reviews to ensure compliance with 5S standards. To effectively sustain 5S practices, it's crucial to conduct regular audits and reviews. This ensures that everyone continues to follow the 5S standards and helps maintain the improvements we've made. Regular auditing and reviewing help check if the 5S standards are being followed correctly. This ensures that the practices are consistently applied. It can uncover any problems or lapses in the 5S practices. This allows us to address issues before they become significant problems. By regularly reviewing compliance, we hold everyone accountable for maintaining the 5S standards. To successfully sustain 5S practices, it's essential to encourage employee involvement and feedback. This helps ensure that everyone is engaged and committed to maintaining the 5S standards. When employees are involved in the 5S process and can provide feedback, they feel a sense of ownership and are more likely to adhere to the standards. Employees who work directly with the processes often have valuable insights and suggestions for improvements. Their feedback can help refine and enhance 5S practices. It can also boost the morale of the employees by valuing their inputs. It's important to recognize and reward teams and individuals who consistently follow the 5S standards. This helps maintain motivation and reinforces the importance of adhering to the practices. Recognizing and rewarding good practices motivates employees to consistently follow 5S standards and strive for excellence. Acknowledgement and rewards boost employee morale, making them feel valued and appreciated for their efforts. This will also promote a positive culture. Celebrating successes fosters a positive work environment and encourages others to adopt and maintain high standards. Why is 5S important? First is efficiency. Streamlined processes and reduced search times for tools and materials. Second is SAFET. A cleaner and more organized workplace reduces the risk of accidents. Third is productivity. Less time spent looking for items means more time spent on productive tasks. Last is quality. A tidy workspace helps in maintaining better quality standards. Before we wrap up this video lesson, let's do a quick self-assessment to test your understanding of 5S. Identify which step of the 5S methodology each statement corresponds to. Write the correct step next to each statement. If you need extra time to answer the questions, feel free to pause the video. Now, let's review your answers and see if they are correct. The first statement is to develop a regular cleaning schedule to maintain the workspace. The answer is shine. Next statement, removing unnecessary items from the workspace. The answer is sort. Number 3, creating checklists to ensure daily tasks are completed efficiently. The answer is standardize. Number 4, arranging items so that frequently used tools are easily accessible. The answer is set in order. Number 5, conducting regular audits to ensure ongoing adherence to 5S practices. The answer is sustain. And that wraps up our lesson on 5S. Remember, the key to success with 5S is consistency and commitment from everyone involved. Let's work together to maintain these practices and continuously improve our workplace. Thanks for watching and stay safe.